Model, actress, whatever. This is a classic episode featuring Drop the Lime, Mr. Luca. I recorded this, I guess it's almost 2 months ago now that I hightailed it out of LA. We did this after a recording session. And yeah, he is a funny guy. We go through his sexual escapades. Speaking of sexual escapades, just kidding. Um, Model, actress, whatever. I just went on the model, actress, whatever tour, West Coast style. Did Portland, Oregon, shot a short film there, and then went to San Francisco. And San Francisco is like my soul city. That's my place that I love to chill out. My best friend, Lisa McIntyre, came with me to Portland. We had a completely Portlandia experience. Basically, we I did the film. I was there for 24 hours. I did like all a few scenes, and we were at this hotel called the Jupiter Hotel. It was like really beautiful, and there were like two thrift stores across the street. I'm trying on dresses. I'm striking out, and it's like this, old shop. The woman has been helping us, um, and she's kind of like dressed in 1950s with her horn glasses and her like little outfit, and she's just really into it, super Portland out, like red lipstick, and she's like, "Oh, this is from the 40s. Are you looking for the 50s?" Striking out. I'm looking for maybe something to wear in Las Vegas. Then I'm like, no, I don't want some like weird sparkly thing. I go into the dressing room. I'm fucking tired. Go into the dressing room, find a beautiful sailor navy blue dress in this really amazing knit with buttons on the side, really small, my like size. I'm like psyched. I go in the dressing room, I put it on. I am like buttoning it up, and it's like a bitch to put on. I only have 20 minutes before I'm supposed to meet the producer of the film to get a ride to the airport. And Lisa's like timing me, and she's like, "You gotta hurry up, we gotta go." And I'm just like, "Oh my God, I found this dress. Oh my God." So I come out of the dressing room. We're in front of the woman at like the cash register who has like been communicating with us the whole time. I'm showing Lisa, I'm like, "Oh my God, I love this dress." And she's like, "I love this dress. Oh my God, and you love sailor stuff." And I'm like, "I love sailor shit. Oh my gosh." And I'm like, "I have to get it. I have to get it." And I go to the woman, I'm like, "Don't you love this dress?" And she goes, um, "That's not for sale." I'm like, "What the fuck? We're in a store. This is a vintage shop. Everything has a price. Like, what are you talking about?" This is, "Oh, I was going through stuff in my closet." I'm like, "This isn't your closet. This is a store, lady." And she's like, "No, well, it's not for sale." And I'm like, "Really?" I mean, I'm like, "You've been watching me try this on for like 20 minutes and it's not for sale." She's like, "It's not for sale." I'm just like, "Oh my God." And then I got all LA on her, and I was just like, "Well, what's the price? What's the price? Any price." And she's like, "It's not for sale." It was so Portlandia. Like, this woman, it's like, I guess they don't want money there. I guess it's just all a sham. And I walked into her closet, and I was really rude and tried on the dress and tried to take it home. So I think that's like, would be a hilarious Portlandia skit. But it happened in real life in Portland. So we got on a plane, we went to San Francisco. I hung out in San Francisco, um, and recorded a little music. Didn't really finish the song, just had fun. Then I headed to Texas for the opening of Monroe, a new club in Dallas, Texas. Big up. I definitely was starting to feel tired after being on the road for a minute. I had a mental breakdown flying from Dallas to Las Vegas because I fucking had a layover in Phoenix, which was killing me. And I'm like, why do I have a layover? And the mixture of like not sleeping, drinking, being single, and just all the shit that I just came out of, spell sobbing on a plane by yourself. Welcome to tour life. Welcome to not being emotional, being a woman alone on tour. I also read 2 books on tour. I read Emotional Abuse, which was very educational about people in abusive relationships to understand that some more. And I read Leonard Cohen's I'm Your Man, which is a biography about Leonard Cohen. Leonard Cohen is a pimp. He literally kept a woman in a house in Greece for 8 years and then did whatever he wanted and was just like this poet guy in New York City. So he'd be in New York City, pimp out, go out with Joni Mitchell, go out with whoever, and then he had Marianne in Hydra that he would just go and visit when he wanted to. It's kind of like this perfect relationship. And then later on in his life, he had kids and had a wife who he divorced because he hated being in a monogamous relationship. I guess that's just the poet lifestyle. In this interview with Luca, we talk a lot about sex. We talk a lot about tour life. You just keep it moving, keep it moving. Sometimes people are just good for certain things. New York has been crazy. New York's been fun. A lot of Hamptons. We've been Hamptoning in the Hamptons. Very fun. I won't go into detail on that. I'm about to go to Vermont and volunteer at Zeno Mountain Farm. I hope you all have donated to Zeno Mountain Farm. You can look them up at zenomountainfarm.com. Get involved. Find something good to do with your life. Saw Aziz Ansari today. He's going to write a book about how fucked up relationships are now because of technology. Because you literally can text 10 guys while you're on a date with a guy. And it's fun dating, yeah? Who likes dating out there? I mean, what is it even date? Someone was telling me, they're like, oh my God, what is dating? And so if I'm dating you, I'm just with you? Or is it like I'm dating you, so I'm dating a lot of people? Or like, am I seeing people? I don't know. I don't know what what this means. What else is very entertaining? It's been hotter than hell in New York City. I fucking moved from the beach, half a block from the beach, in Venice Beach, to the bowels of sweaty hell in New York City. And the thing is okay, New York, Dallas, Texas, and Las Vegas, those places are hot. Those are like 120 degrees. But they have air conditioning everywhere. You get in a car, there's air conditioning. You go into a hotel, you go into a store, you go into the house, air conditioning. New York City, you're fucking one of the major metropolitan cities in the world, and you have no fucking air conditioning. And you're sweaty, and everyone's sweating on everyone. It's just disgusting. But everyone's being fancy, and you're paying $1 million from some oysters and blah 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 blah. So yeah, I listened to this episode of Model Actress Whatever with Luca. I recorded a few months ago, and god damn it, I was in LA and I was in this fucked up situation, and I wanted to go to Paris in May. That's what I do. But because I was in a shitty situation with a shitty person, I couldn't do what I wanted to do. Everything was so fucking back and forth. And I'm like, caring what this pig thought. And it's like, I could have fucking just went to Paris in May. It wasn't about my agents. And, you know, that's a lesson. Do whatever the fuck you want, because guess what? Like, unless you got a ring on it, it doesn't matter what these fools want. All right, model, actress, whatever. Luca, drop the lime. Let's go. DJ talk one-on-one. Welcome to Model, Actress, Whatever. I'm sitting here with Drop the Lime, or Drop the Dime. His name is Luca. Luca with the lid off. We're eating Skittles in DJ AC Slaters' apartment in downtown Los Angeles.
These are delicious.
You're like fully just making the package go crazy. Okay.
That's what I do.
What are you best known for?
Combining rockabilly with dance music.
Okay.
And being a night owl.
So you're like
Being a party animal.
in this realm of the DJ world.
And eating Skittles.
Okay. So you're from New York City. You're like Mr. New York, Mr. Italian. He's got like the Italian flame thing going on, whatever that's called.
Il corno.
Il corno.
Il corno.
So did you come from a big Italian family?
Yes. My father's side, very Italian. Every summer, until I was about 21, I would go to Italy. I'd go to Umbria, which is the center of Italy.
Umbria.
I would also go to Praiano, near Palermo, in Sicily. You know, jump off some rocks, dive in the water, hang out in the sun, be barefoot every summer. It was lovely. It was a good contrast to
Did you
growing up in
lose your
Manhattan.
virginity in Italy?
Absolutely not. I should have, right? To some like older Italian Mumba.
I imagine like
Like an older lady
those
being like
lost
seducing
summers.
me.
No, like and then like you lost your virginity on vacation in Umbria, like not
What?
New York City.
That sounds beautiful. No. I lost my virginity to a lovely girl named Joanna Katz.
What up?
Who's-
Big up, Joanna Katz.
What's up, Joanna? Whose father walked in halfway through the process. Actually, wait.
That is
wait,
disgusting.
Wait. Wrong. Scratch that.
That's horrible.
Scratch that.
Mortified. I'm mortified for you,
I-
Joanna Katz.
I almost lost my virginity
Almost.
with Susan Doria.
So did you stick it
I
in
was
and like
I was 12
not?
years old.
What happened? You stuck it in and it didn't go, or
And no, her parents buzzed. We came home and we were at her house after school in the Bronx. She was like a Bronx girl. Like, hey, Luca, hey, what you doing? You ready to lose your virginity? She was older than me. Tough girl.
that's scary. And you're 12.
Yeah, I was 12.
So he's sexually experienced from 12 years old. That's crazy.
Yeah. About to do it. I'm so excited, right? I'm ready. It's on. And her parents buzzed the buzzer. And I'm like, oh my God, freak out. Pull the condom off, throw it out the window, goes into her backyard.
Yeah.
She got in trouble, of course. Come on. You can't throw a condom. You can be a 13-year-old with a condom in your backyard.
Why didn't she run down and get it like a proper little hoe?
She didn't know that I threw it out there.
Luca, you fucked her over, man. Surprises.
This podcast is going in a horrible direction. We are about 2 minutes in and we're already talking about my sexual activity.
I think that's the most interesting thing about you. I mean, last time I saw you, I saved you from a bunch of like 6 ratchets in Vegas about
Excuse me?
5 a.m.
Hey now.
And one girl
I-
wandered back and was like, I don't know anyone. Who are you?
Oh, yeah.
Can I hang out?
Actually, this is true. You did save me.
And I was like, he doesn't know you. Figure it out.
I wasn't trying to go with them. I was trying to get away from them.
No, that's why I was saving you. What did I just say? I said I saved you. And then the girl was like, I don't know anyone. Can I please suck your dick? And you're like, no.
This is true.
It was kind of like that.
It was like 6 a.m. and you were gambling.
In Vegas. And Samantha Ronson pretended she had no idea that you just opened for her.
It's true.
She's like, who are you?
She was drunk.
He's getting water right now.
Drunk her.
No, she was sober enough to gamble.
Baby.
Luca is like, he has about 10 black women in his voice.
I went to professional performing arts school when I was a teenager.
So did you go to the Fame school?
That was the Fame school, yeah. That's where they shot Fame.
That's where Lourdes Ciccone, Madonna's daughter, is going right now.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm into it. I went there. I was in the gospel choir because there was no room in the band. I played guitar. I wanted to be in the band. And they were like, sorry. So all my friends said, you know, let's just do the gospel. Let's do the choir. And it was the most inspiring to this day, probably triggered me onto the path that I'm on. To be in the spotlight. Make me want to be on stage. Alicia Keys was in the choir.
Are you friends with her still? No.
No. I am still friends with Chris Glover from Penguin Prison. He was in the choir.
Wow. Alicia Keys was in your choir?
Yeah. She was.
Did she rock it hard?
She rocks it harder now. That girl is on fire. You know what? I'm on the fence about that song.
I love that song.
Nah, I'm on the fence. Empire State of Mind? Empire State of Mind? Or That Girl Has a Rash Downstairs?
Oh.
Which one's better?
I like that She's on Fire. Like, it's like she's like...
No.
She's doing something crazy.
That Girl's on Fire. She needs to clean herself.
Why does it have to go sexual with you? Are you just constantly obsessed? Are you a sexaholic?
No. I'm not Usher.
Are you like the guy from Californication?
60%.
Listen to the evil laugh, everyone.
60%.
Luca has an evil laugh.
No. I just find excitement in sexuality. And art should be sexual.
Which is true.
Very true. Sex is mysterious and art is mysterious. They go hand in hand.
Well, I mean, the tour life is very conducive to a sexual life.
Yeah, also like you become very addicted to stimulation because you're constantly on.
You're constantly leaving.
Yeah. And going.
Yeah.
And arriving.
So there's no consistency. So there's no... You're not in the same place. There's no consistency. There's no...
Mm-mm.
How long have you been on this non-consistent ride?
Probably 5 years.
Did you go to school before then, or
Mm-hmm.
where'd you go to school?
I went to Bard College, liberal arts school.
So you're like totally liberal arts out.
I was music major, a double major. I did integrated arts, music major, and video art. I did weird video art installations, stuff. Richard Teitelbaum, Bob Bilecki were my advisors. Incredible electronic music pioneers. I wanted to be a drum and bass producer, and they were like, do not make anything with a beat, no. And they like forced Stockhausen and Terry Riley and caused me to make experimental electronic music.
Okay.
Very inspiring.
I need to look them up. I have no idea what you're talking
Better look him up. Bob Bilecki, who was incredible, built all of the electronic violins for Laurie Anderson.
Okay.
Richard Teitelbaum was one of the first keyboardists to use samplers, best friends with Robert Moog, stuff like that. These are amazing, amazing people. Taught me how to build theremins, like crazy stuff.
So when you were in college, were you like star student? Were you just fuck up stoner?
No, I was
Star student.
not star student. I somehow, not at all. I somehow tricked the art department. I did no fine art, nothing. But I tricked them to give me a studio, like a painting studio, and I turned it into a recording studio. So I had a recording studio on campus. I lived off campus. Soundproofed it, set it all up. We used to go in there and all of us would record. I had a group called New Champions with Chris Glover from Penguin Prison, this other guy, Padraic. And it was like a little collective. It was fun. That's when I started Treble and Bass, was at Bard. Because we'd record all these tunes and mix all these genres up and have fun.
And so tell me more about Trouble and Bass.
Started as a party. Basically just like me and this girl Star Eyes, we both were very UK influenced with dance music. So we'd do things like, mix a grime song, instrumental grime song, or a two-step tune with a house track or an acid track, or with like a crime mob instrumental. And then we'd mix like an old school rave song with some like drum and bass tune on 33. We were playing vinyl at the time. And we didn't care. It was like, we don't care what genre we're playing. Whatever we want. As long as it's got like a crazy bass line, good attitude, could be anything. Mm-hmm. And we were throwing weird warehouse parties in Brooklyn. Then we started to produce tunes that we could mix with these weird genre, concoctions. And nobody wanted to put them out. Everyone was like, what is this crap? Can't put a drum and bass line on a 130 BPM song. So we were like, all right, fine, we'll put it out ourselves. And that's what happened 6 years ago.
2006? 2005? 2007? What year is it?
Ding dong!
Meow.
Knock, knock.
Meow, meow.
Knock, knock.
Okay, what else?
Knock, knock.
Okay, so then you put out
Knock,
those
knock.
records.
Knock,
Who's
knock.
there?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Peanut.
Peanut who?
Peanut, your pants are on fire.
Ooh. So then who bought those records and did it become popular?
You tell me, did it become popular?
I don't know. I don't know.
Something must have happened, right? For us to keep doing it.
I guess so. You sell out of records or what?
We were making vinyl for a good 4 years. We stopped now. It's too much. Hello?
Who's there?
It's too much. It was great. We started to get a lot of people who kind of took to the whole bass and house BPM production vibe. And then it kind of, I'm not going to say that we started that mixture, but around the same time, Fidget happened and, records like Solid Groove and Sinden and Trevor Lovey's and all the dub-sided stuff happened. And, label, like, artists like Rico Tubbs and Jack Beats, and then I met AC Slater, and I was like, whoa, we make the same kind of music. You should be part of the Trouble and Bass crew. Stuff like that. It's fun.
And so who's in your Trouble and Bass crew?
So now we got the 4 like core members is Star Eyes, AC Slater, Strange VIP, and myself. But then we have like artists like all over the world, like Zombies for Money and Tony Quattro in New York, and artists like Mike X the Cat. And
okay. And then are you guys putting out more records? Are you just focusing on your career? Like
no,
I'm how does it feel? Like, because I know that like you have your whole deal, you have side projects, you have all of these. I mean, is Trouble and Bass still doing parties?
We're still doing crazy parties. We actually went back to our roots to more like warehousey stuff, where you like get crazy, spike the water with weird things. Call a hotline to find the location.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you control that while you're touring?
Star Eyes.
Star Eyes is
She holds it down.
She holds it down.
Star Eyes and Strange VIP.
Is she like, give me
Label
her
manager.
story.
Star Eyes, she's like got that goth background. Crazy goth girl who plays like ghetto house and grimy bassline music. Gets down.
Awesome. So tell me about your first warehouse party that you ever went to.
That I ever went to? It's the whole reason why I do everything I do.
Oh my God. I thought you might like that.
So, flashback. Put on those big ass parachute pants.
No, Mike, Luca, don't
Did
do
you just call me Mike?
I was going to say Micah, and then it was Luca.
Micah. I had a friend named Micah who used to go to raves.
Okay, but parachute pants. Jinko!
Not Jenkos.
Well.
Parachute pants. I was a hardcore junglist, okay? I didn't wear those big ass, like, clown pants.
Oh, God.
I wore, like, parachute pants. Nautica. Big ass Nautica shirt. Parachute pants.
Oh my God, I can totally imagine you're a total ghetto superstar.
Yeah, man, ghetto.
That's like, but then now you're like Italian gangster ghetto, but you used to be like full on just wigger.
Can you use that word?
Yeah, wigger. Wigger. You can say that word.
So.
Oh my God, Luca's giving me eyes like that. It's a white person.
So.
All right. He's looking at me so mean.
No, for real though. I went to this warehouse party. Phenomenal. Insane. I was all like punk rock kid. I was in bands. I played guitar. I was all about being in bands. I loved hardcore. I loved punk rock. You know, like bands from Minor Threat to Fugazi to Helmet and Quicksand and all that kind of stuff.
Did you ever go straight edge?
No.
No, never go straight edge.
I'm Italian. I drank wine when I was like 8 years old.
Yeah.
So it always goes back to a female hardcore girl who loved the Cramps, kind of like a psychobilly hardcore girl. She got sick of it all, no pun intended, and said, you gotta come to this new thing, they're called raves. And I was like DJs, I hate DJs. They don't play instruments. And she takes me to this rave in this warehouse in Dumbo. It was insane. I remember Chemical Brothers did a surprise set. And this must have been like 1996 or 8? No, 1996. And it blew my mind. And I thought, Mom, Dad, I'm selling all my guitars. You need to help me get some turntables. I was obsessed.
Wow.
For a good like 5 years, and I just learned how to DJ. I started hanging out with Chris Thomas, Pish Posh, who was also DJ Wally, Big Al, DJ Scene. And DJ Scene like really taught me how to DJ, showed me the ropes. I played, one of my first gigs ever was at Concrete Jungle with like Soul Slinger and them. I played all those kind of gigs when I was 17, 18, and just started from there. Probably train wrecking all over the place.
Hi.
Hey, y'all need a little train wreck? I'm right here.
Little baby train wreck.
Hey, look who just walked in the room. Little train wreck.
It's okay. So then you were already in electronic music by the time you went to Bard. So were you doing electronic bands or were they more rockabilly bands?
No, I was really, really into electronic music, like Aphex Twin, Square Pusher, Autechra.
Square Pusher, big up, Canada. Hey.
And so like...
I met him in Berlin one time.
Great person. Who's another one? Bogdan Rosinski. Boards Canada. All that kind of like Warp Records, Tiger Beat 6 stuff. And I just started making crazy music. Like, because my professors at Bard were like, no to dance music. Don't make that, it's boring. And were teaching me about Stockhausen and Terry Riley and, just really like experimental early electronic music. I was taking drum and bass, sampling it, chopping it up, and making it undanceable. And when I sent demos out, Ambush Records, Toby Scudd's label, signed it. Tiger Beat 6 signed a bunch of records. And I was all still in college. And I thought, done. I'm going to be famous.
Perfect. You're famous.
Wrong. That kind of music is so underground. But it got me to tour around the world at a really young age. And I toured worldwide for a good 2 years with Kid 606. And he like showed me the ropes. Basically I think paid me out of his fees because he had been touring alone for so long.
He was tired.
He wanted a friend, a buddy. It was such a blast. I mean, like, we were playing crazy parties where it would be, you get treated like a superstar and get a 5-star hotel and great dinner and great fee, and then the next night we'd play at some like squat party in Utrecht, and I'd have to sleep in like some squat on the ground with like dogs, and at the same time it was amazing because the squat would like cook you dinner, and you really like I felt like I built myself up from the ground up and experienced all the worst possible scenarios. So now I really, really, really appreciate and don't take anything for granted when it's good. And
when you don't get a car.
When I don't get a car, fine. Because I used to have to like...
get the train.
Take a train and carry like 8 suitcases. And
you don't know where you are.
Don't know where I am. They don't speak your language. We used to smuggle all of our merchandise. Back then, 2005 was when I first started touring. You still had CDs. You could still sell CDs really well. And we used to smuggle all these CDs, completely illegal, because you'd get taxed at the border. And we'd make, triple our fee selling these CDs, like 10, 20 euros a piece. Can't do that anymore.
Music is free. Basically. It's okay. I don't mind it, do you?
No, I don't mind at all. You just gotta tour all the time. If I want to live the way I live, which is lavish and stupid.
When did you live lavish and stupid?
Now.
Now?
Yeah.
It's just because you smuggled all that money out of Ultra.
Who?
Out of a record label.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I love the record industry. Tell us more. Okay, so when you were on tour in squats, what was...
Oh my God! So many good parties.
Give me a great drug story.
A drug? Drug story?
Give me like a crazy drug story.
Beautiful one. You ready?
Oh my God.
Nordic Impact Festival. Me and Kid 606. I'm not gonna try to age myself here, so I won't tell you the year. I'm probably 23 at the time. We're playing a Black Strobe, Green Velvet, Mandy, DJ T, one more, amazing, Andrew Weatherall. Okay, those were the headliners. Then it was like me, Mode Selector, this guy Rotator, this guy Kid 606. We were in the like side room of this festival. This festival is huge. And north of France, Nordic Impact, they, instead of putting you in a hotel, they give you a host and they bring you to their house. It's amazing. And they cook for you and you stay at their house for like 2 days. Incredible. You know, home cooked French meal.
Hey.
Beautiful.
I'll take it.
Except when they are party animals and cougars with a lifestyle to vengeance on a poor 23-year-old newbie touring in the north of France. So I'm like, I want a bottle of champagne before I play one bottle of champagne. Host brings me it, downing it, partying. At the time I wasn't DJing, I was using Ableton. And when I perform, I'm singing over my own instrumentals. And something hits me. I'm like, well, I'm not drunk right now. I'm not drunk. I feel fantastic. I'm not drunk. I turn to Miguel, Kid 606, and before I say anything, he's like, whoa, dude, your pupils look like someone took a permanent marker and just filled them up. And I'm like, yeah, I feel amazing. I'm killing it right now. And he's like, dude, your song's about to end. I'm like, no, I'm killing this. Festival's amazing. Ah. Song ends. I'm playing in front of like, I don't know, 10,000 people. Silence. Oh. I restart the song.
Do it again.
Do it again. The host had put a bunch of Molly in the bottle of champagne. Just dosed it up. Okay?
Okay. Poor baby. So when you go silent in front of 2,000 people, what do you do?
I call Molly and I say, help me out, Miss Ringwald.
Oh my God.
But it doesn't end there. I drank like liters and liters of water because I was out of my mind. And we have to go back to Paris, to Charles de Gaulle. There's the closest airport. And it's just 3 of us in this van. And it's Green Velvet, myself, and Kid 606. I got pissed so bad. And I just keep going, oh my God, please can we pull over? And the driver's like, no, we must make it to the airport. No, we're going to the airport. I'm like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. There's like an empty bottle in the front seat. Can I please let me piss in that bottle? He's like, no. For like an hour, I'm gonna piss my pants in front of Green Velvet. Dude is a legend, like huge inspiration. Techno pioneer.
You're going to piss your pants, and what happens?
So, I'm gonna piss my pants, and finally, we were driving for like 2 hours. We're far from Charles de Gaulle. Finally, Green Velvet goes, you gotta pull this car over and let this kid pee. And I just... terror piss.
Awesome.
Flood streams Moses out of my dick.
Parting the Red Seas with your dick.
Kind of. But I liked it because we booked him then like years later, and I embarrassingly brought up the story again and he remembered.
Aww. You're like the kid who accidentally had too much Molly and had to piss. Aww.
Si, senor.
So did the cougars attack you?
Oh yeah, the cougars attacked me. Yeah.
On the Molly?
They were like in full effect.
Do you still have cougar problems?
I really do not. I'm not into that.
So what is your type? Drop the lime.
Dark and dangerous, but tall and pasty. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll chicks.
Yeah, I like rock and roll chicks.
What about, how do you feel about the
Musicians.
flower ravers?
I mean, I feel for them. I'm happy they come to the parties that I play at. I'm not trying to go on a date with a girl wearing furry boots.
It's horrible.
Sorry, not sorry.
So have you ever thought about acting as well? Because...
Yes.
Yes. If you were to be in a movie, what kind of movie would you be in?
Tarantino.
Would you be a bad guy or a good guy?
Villain.
What kind of villain?
Fancy villain.
What would your special power be?
Death. Death by touch.
Death touch?
Death by smile.
Well, with that gold tooth, I'm sure you kill a bunch of people.
Death by sneer.
Sneer.
Snarl.
Snarl. Oh my
Death
god.
by snarl.
What is your favorite Tarantino movie?
You know what? I love Django. Django Unchained
I never saw it.
was fantastic. I think that Inglourious Basterds is my favorite.
Okay, great.
Absolutely. I mean, Pulp Fiction, incredible. But Inglourious Basterds, that plot line, that story, the tension, the comedy, the horror, the beauty, the pressure of passion. Love it. Brad Pitt's good in that.
So what is your favorite genre of movie?
Westerns, definitely. Like early Sergio Leone. Unbelievable. Spaghetti westerns. I love them. I love the slow pace, the open kind of landscape shots, the music. Anything that Ennio Morricone has scored is genius and brilliant. I love westerns.
Why do you wear black?
Why do you wear color?
Because I think peaches and roses go with my skin tone.
I think peaches and roses don't go with my black.
So
My parents always wore black as well. It's just what I'm attracted to. Darkness.
What do your parents do?
My mother's a photographer, fine art. My dad's an abstract painter.
Oh my god. So you just like be as weird as you want to be.
They were very supportive of my weirdness, which was a good and bad thing, because I'm very determined not to go towards what's popular. Unwillingly so. I'm always inspired to go underground. Because, like, my mom does weird photography, my dad does weird paintings. And that's how they brought me up.
And were you very aware of like the artist lifestyle and the pitfalls of it all?
Yeah, fully. I mean, I grew up around a whole kind of 70s minimal art movement when they were older. So, like, this artist Soluit was my godfather. My dad's best friend was this guy Dan Flavin. My dad has like permanent collection in the MoMA, Guggenheim. We'd hang out around all these artists, so they all would constantly talk about the struggle and, you know, path that you have to take. How it's not easy, it's not simple as an artist. So, like, especially when I graduated college, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a musician. My parents were like, no you're not, you're gonna get a job and you're gonna build yourself up the way we built ourselves up. Like, they both grew up real poor and like made art their living through working hard.
Were they a pretty like alternative couple, like an abstract photographer, abstract painter?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, my dad always traveled a lot as well too. He was only home like 2 days a week.
Why?
He was always for art shows. He always had openings when I was growing up. I mean, we'd go sometimes, but he was definitely busier than my mom at the time.
And so he's a pretty epic painter.
Yeah, I mean, his main works of art that are now getting attention again were giant canvases where he'd spray each side with tar, with giant like tar guns, and he'd spray like one end for 8 seconds and then do the exact same thing for 8 seconds. They'd always be different, and that was his technique. Was like you could do something with the same approach, but it'll always be different. The same technique, same rules, but it'll never look the same.
Do you collect your dad?
I have a lot of art. Unfortunately, I don't have the space. Yeah.
Do you collect any other artists?
No, I've just been given a lot of art through his friends and family. So I have a lot of Saul LeWitt pieces and this guy Gary Keane and Walt Ford.
Awesome. So like the deep art connection over here. It's not very different for you to like be doing music and music videos. Do you think your art video education has influenced your videos?
Yeah, definitely. Every single one of my videos, like even if I'm not really in it, like my latest video, No Sleep for the Wicked, I'm in it for like a second, but I worked with the directors and helped write the plot and then kind of put it in their hands. And I always do that. I think it's important to keep a certain vision, especially like your aesthetic should match the tone of your music. And you know, I wouldn't want to have like a music video where I'm dancing in like a rainbow and there's clowns jumping around or something. It needs that same dark aesthetic that my music breathes.
Give me some weird, crazy sex stories.
The best one would have to be when I played the Titty Twister tent.
Where?
At Lowlands Festival in Holland, in the Netherlands. Incredible.
Wow.
Like, so I played in the Titty Twister tent, and it's a dance festival, but the Titty Twister tent, what is that happening?
Is he in the shower?
Yeah.
That's DJ AC Slaters in the shower right now.
Is that feeding back?
Yeah, I can hear he's in the shower. Anyways, this is live. It's cool. So the Titty Twister.
So I played the Titty Twister tent, but it's a dance music festival, right? But the Titty Twister was an exact replica of Tarantino's From Dusk Till Dawn, that club. So
Whoa.
giant middle fingers that light up, flames, and they had a karaoke rock and roll band, and like you know, like you'd go up and play karaoke, but there'd be a full band behind you. They had me play a rockabilly set because I'll do rockabilly garage rock sets also, and they had 4 strippers. And, you know, we all got along very well. I closed it out. The strippers loved
You.
me. We had fun.
On it.
We had a lot of fun. We got crazy. We got wild. We finished like 3 bottles of Jack on stage.
Oh my God.
We got a little crazy. You know, we had a little fun. But the details will remain a little censored, what happened later.
This is
But
explicit. You can say whatever you want.
No. My mother will probably be listening to this podcast.
Are you kidding me?
So the next day, in the morning, we all wake up, we sleep over, we have fun. Can't find my underpants. And I had run out of underpants on this tour, like clean
I
clothes
love
on
that you
tour.
call it underpants, by the way.
They're not boxers. I wear underpants.
Not underpants, not underwear, underpants. Like, who are you? SpongeBob? Like, SquarePants?
Yes.
Anyways, underpants are gone.
What does Don Draper wear?
Underwear.
I wear underpants.
Alright, anyways,
I wear pants under my jeans.
Okay, Dom Draper.
I'm a never nude. I wear pants under my pants on top of my jeans.
Oh my god. I can hear DJ AC Slaters shower right now. He's washing his balls as we do this podcast. Anyways.
Underwear. So my underwear, because I ran out of underwear on the tour, I had to go buy new underwear that day. And the only ones that I could find were at like Topshop, and they were like anchors all over them.
Yay.
And like crazy like baby blue color, okay?
Yeah.
So, can't find them. I'm like, where'd they go? Where'd they go? Look under the bed, nowhere. The next night, I go to the Titty Twister again. I don't perform, I'm just
Hanging.
in town, you know, I'm hanging loose. Doing a little karaoke, having a little fun.
Hey!
Hey, Vinny, look at me, I can sing too.
I played here last night. I'm famous. Fuck me, I'm famous.
My fucking underwear is on the top of a flagpole.
Yay! This is a good story.
In the Titty Twister tent. And the girls that were dancing are cracking up, dancing on the pole.
Yeah, boo.
They're
we
like,
got your
we got your
underwear."
undies, we put them up on a flagpole.
That's dope. But you're the only one who knew they were yours.
I only knew they were mine.
That's awesome. That's
was
a
good.
great.
It
Those
was funny.
strippers really had fun with you.
They were great.
You really got to give.
You know
it to
what?
them
You know
for that.
what? It's really rude of me. They're not strippers. They're dancers.
Burlesque dancers.
They're burlesque dancers. Strippers is like they weren't getting naked. They were actually amazing dancers.
Hey, good way to respect the ladies.
Yeah.
Thank you. They weren't strippers.
They were not strippers.
You weren't like somewhere crazy. You were at a festival.
Yeah.
What do you think about all these clown stripper dancer girls?
I don't go to strip clubs.
I love strip clubs.
I'm not really a fan. The only one that I like is Gold Rush in Miami. Because at the end of Winter Music Conference, there's always a party called Hard to Leave. And all of us DJ at it. It's like Craze's thing that he does with Overthrow. So much fun. This year was like me, AC Slater, A-Track, Salva, Brodinsky. Craze.
Brodinsky moved to LA, right?
Not anymore, he went back.
Oh, he went back to Paris?
Yeah,
I missed him.
I love him.
He's a really great
He's a
guy.
homie.
He's
He's
a
a
nice
homie.
guy.
He was on one in that, the Gold Rush. Yeah, I don't really like strip clubs. But this one I like. It's comedic. It's like, it's almost as if there's all these strippers naked, and everyone's throwing money around, and you're showing more love to your homies. Everyone's like, oh, I love you, bro. 'Cause it's the end of the festival.
Oh, okay.
You're all
okay.
kind of like,
I'm like, why are you all
you know, because you've all been like partying all week,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like the end, and you're all, it's like the last day of camp.
Yeah.
But there happens to be a lot of boobs around and dollar bills.
Oh, yay, here's $20. Give it to that
Yeah.
girl. So, what was your favorite part of Winter Music Conference this year?
100%. We did Trouble and Bass versus Bromance.
Oh, shit.
It was nuts. Nuts. It was Lil Death,
Uh-huh.
Paris versus New York edition. So we had like myself as my alias curses, AC Slater, Strange VIP, Para One, Sirkin, Brodinsky, Louisa, Gina Turner. Gina Turner and Louisa teamed up and did their old project, Staccato. They hadn't done that in like 6 years. Wild. Wild for the night.
What does it sound like?
Tech House. Beautiful, crispy, peanut buttery Tech House.
Oh my god.
I think that you would hate it.
Why?
I don't think you like deep music.
I don't like deep music.
I think you'd rather like dive off a cliff than go down a water slide.
I mean, I don't understand your thing. I mean, to tell the truth, I'm
Do you like tech house?
I don't even know
See?
what
Yeah.
all these things are. Like basically, like I got thrown into EDM.
You love EDM.
I don't even know what EDM is. Like basically, I had a rock band, and then Tiesto remixed my song, and
Okay,
then my
so you
life.
got thrown in.
Yeah, like, and then it was like I met Skrillex before he was Skrillex,
Right.
and then I wrote a song, and then it was Grammy nominated.
It's coincidence.
It's not coincidence. It was like I was a musician, and I was making music, and also working with like pop producers like Max Martin, and like the art of lyric writing and writing songs. But as far as the electronic, like this is tech house, this is stuff, this is
You didn't grow up as a DJ.
No,
Right.
I grew up more like
As a rock
girl. Like I threw b-boy events, so I would hire DJs.
B-boy. Can you break dance?
No, I worked at like an all kids venue, all ages venue.
I can break dance.
I'm sure you can do everything. You went to fucking the.
Right.
You went to the fucking fame
Right.
school. Like
Right.
you're like Nicki Minaj or something. Like you're like these.
I can't break dance.
You're like a Nicki Minaj kind of person where they're just like, you're like art school to the T, and your parents were nice. My parents are Mormon. I was like rebellious, and music was like the rock rebellion. That's it.
That's a good rebellion.
Not to be married.
Aaron, did you wash your balls?
Yeah, but it was this cold water.
You have no hot water?
Cold.
Why
Cold
do you have
water?
hot water?
I don't know if there's no hot water.
Really?
Yeah.
This is a nice building.
I never had this before. It was decorated though.
I would call
You know what?
someone.
I heard cold water is really good for your skin.
It is. You should put lotion on now.
Thanks for that.
Does that make me not like cool?
No, you're still cool. It makes you cooler because you're just doing. You're not persuaded. Like I remember when I first got into electronic music, I was very naive, right? I didn't know about all the genres, and so when I was producing it, I was just making what came naturally.
Yeah, like it's like when I listen to a track, I'm like, I like this
Yeah.
track. Let's do it. I'm not.
Now
like,
it's
let's
very-
make a tech house.
It's very easy to you can get lost and persuaded and influenced to do something that sounds like a certain genre, and that's bad.
Yeah, that's why when we're writing, I'm like, I don't want to hear references.
No, I agree. It's a good one.
Because you can sit there and be like, oh, I like, even when you were showing me that one track, I was like, oh, this is like that whisper song from the 90s, da da da, and I was trying to look it up. And
Yeah, I'm
show it
happy you didn't show it to me.
Yeah, but then it turned into like something really bizarre.
That's good. It was a good gossip.
Hey, Merry Christmas. What is your favorite thing to do? Produce, write music, play live, or do you see yourself becoming a visual artist?
I definitely want to dive back into being a visual artist. I miss that. I miss doing video stuff. I miss. I used to do graphic design a lot. I still do like a lot of Trouble and Bass release covers, some of our T-shirts. My favorite thing though is definitely performing.
You like traveling?
I love the travel. I love the adventure of getting lost in a new city, meeting new people, trying new food. That whole
And having friends in every city.
in every city, I love it. And it's also like, I think because I was raised Italian and I spent a lot of time in European cities, it's a very European sort of mentality to be close with people all over the place. You know, and having your really good crew in each city, and it's amazing. I mean, at the moment, it's weird, it's random, but like in San Diego, I have a really, really close crew that I love. And I've done like New Year's Eve there a bunch now, and it's random. Paris as
Cool.
well. Paris, like,
No, that's
really
my
close
deal
crew.
too, yeah. I love it. Although this year I might not be going in May. My tradition is to go to Paris in May.
Where are you going? I'll be there.
You're gonna be in May?
Hmm?
Basically, like my acting agents and stuff
It's
are
taking
like,
over.
they're just like, do not leave, like stop traveling so much. And then also it's like I've been to Cannes so many times that I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna see the same people, play the same parties.
Is it worth it?
Yeah. But I would love to live in Paris. Like I don't want to live in LA forever. And I feel
Do you
like
speak French?
a little bit, enough to get by. I mean, it's never been a problem for me. It's like never been a problem. Like all the cliches that everyone's like, oh, I hate France.
No, it's great.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, like, 2007, I used to release his curses with Institutes, French label, Parawan and Circans label, and I toured with them for a year, basically. Became so close with them. Love them. I think of them as brothers. And that whole French crew is, like, so warm and welcoming and supportive. French people are incredible. People, they don't understand.
They don't understand the freak French.
They don't understand. You don't know my vibe.
So, are you planning any trips to Italy soon?
You know, it's sad. I don't really get to spend time off there anymore. I play a lot in Rome, Milan, Parma, Catania in Sicily. I never get to have time off anymore. I need it. Venice is sinking.
I know.
My last name is Venice.
Venezia.
Venezia.
I had a good 2 weeks in Venice.
It's beautiful.
Dangerous city.
It's really dangerous if you try to go there now and sink down into the river.
Do you know how it was made?
No. On trash.
No. They, in the ancient times, they put, it's made out of logs, just like with spikes in the bottom. So there's thousands of wood logs underneath it. So that's the foundation. So the logs petrify in the water.
That's no good.
So it's a city built on logs that are like just stakes. So
That's why
the wood is,
it's getting soaked up.
it's mudland. It's just literally mud. It's a city
It's a
built.
landfill.
No. It's not a landfill. It's so ancient. It's an ancient city. That's you. Anyways, Luca, give me one more sex story. No other sex stories?
Not yet.
No, not
Not yet. Next time.
Okay. Do you want to? So this is model, actress, whatever, with Drop the Lime in his underwear up the flagpole, and his treble and bass, and his sexy Italian. Give me some Italian. What Italian do you know?
Io posso parlare 100% italiano per tutta la sera. Se vuoi che parlo solamente italiano adesso, posso parlare solamente italiano.
Oh my god. Model, actress, whatever. Drop the Lime. You can find him at
dropthelime.com, facebook.com/dropthelime, makeoutclub.com/dropthelime.
Drop the Lime. Model, actress, whatever. Thank you so much. Luca, you